Alright, so let's talk about my case first. This is the Elite case from magbak, and this is the updated version of their super strong magnetic case, which is now called the Classic case. Now, this one has a lot of cool features that I like. First off is its built-in kickstand just beside the camera lenses, and it's super neat for when you want to just put your phone down and watch something. Great for when you're having lunch and you want to watch videos on your phone. Second is this built-in finger loop. Now, there's a lot of choices out there when it comes to MagSafe compatible finger loops, but of course, when you attach them to your phone, you lose the capability to charge using MagSafe. I'm not the biggest fan of finger loops, but when it comes to making sure that your phone is steady when you're scrolling or gaming, it's a great add-on. Despite having the finger loop here, you can still actually use MagSafe accessories, and I think that's pretty neat. Below the phone is this plug to ensure that the USB-C port doesn't catch dust, and they actually call it the pinky rest. And I know it sounds way too gimmicky, but having been able to use this case for about 3 weeks now, I actually enjoy having this. It just makes holding your phone a little bit more comfortable and allows you to have better grip. Next thing I like about it is that it has really strong magnets. Behind the case, you'll see these 3 lines. These are really strong magnets that allow you to even attach your phone on the surface of your fridge. On the website, they call these telescopic magnets because they can ever so slightly adjust their height to attach on any metal surface, even uneven ones. With this array of magnets on the case, attaching MagSafe accessories actually feels stronger to pull away. Now, one of the case's standout features is that it allows you to swap out its buttons, grips, and camera bump, which I imagine some people actually will enjoy. One thing to note is that it could be a little tricky to swap them out, but it's well worth the trouble if you're someone who wants the option to switch out some colors. In terms of drop protection, I brought this with me on my recent trips and have also dropped it quite a few times, and you can actually see the edges that absorb the impact. So it's nice to know that it keeps the phone nicely protected. The Elite case comes in this box that also functions as a holder for your phone if you want to use their included screen protector. I won't be using it for now because I literally just bought a new one before I got the case, but it's nice to have this as a backup. In terms of finish, it comes in black or white and has this matte surface, which is quite elegant but can often catch a lot of fingerprint marks. It's easy to wipe off though, but it would be nice to have a different kind of finish that doesn't catch a lot of marks in the future iterations of the magbak cases. Overall, this is an enjoyable case to use, especially if you're into customization, comfort, and functionality. Thank you magbak for sponsoring this portion of the video. Now let's move on to how I set up my iPhone's homepage. I keep it fairly simple, just like how I did with my iPad setup in my previous video. The only widget that I have is from this app called Left, which I customized to show me how many days are remaining this year. This keeps me grounded and motivated to make the most out of my days and to not waste my time on things that don't grow me. The app also allows you to customize dates. You can either do a countdown for your birthday or a specific date you're looking forward to. It also allows you to have an idea about your life expectancy. I know it can come out as morbid, but to some people, having the constant reminder that life is short can be a good motivator to make the most out of every day. Okay, so on the app side of things, I generally just put my most important apps on the dock. That would be my phone, Messenger, Arc browser, and Spotify. The other 2 layers are just my go-to apps for work and managing my daily life. By the way, if you're interested in my 1% Better Daily Wallpaper Pack and the minimal black icons I designed, link is in the description below. When you download them, you help the channel out, so thank you very much. In terms of my favorite go-to earbuds that I use with the iPhone, I'm still rocking the Master Buds from Noise, which I made a dedicated video about, link up here if you want to watch it. Essentially, it offers a great range of frequencies when you're listening to music, and it's calibrated by Bose for a better listening experience. ANC is also responsive, and you can further tweak and equalize it using the Noise app. I also find it comfortable for my ears, and its finish is also quite elegant, reminiscent of Apple's Space Black. Next are my go-to chargers that I always bring with me whenever I travel or when I know I'll be away from home for quite some time. One is wired and one is MagSafe compatible. First up is the Cookshoe K1. This comes in both 5,000 and 10,000 milliamps of power and can charge up your iPhone, AirPods, and watch. It comes in this elegant matte black finish and has a built-in kickstand too, and has this foldable design that reveals the Apple Watch charging surface. Apart from these features, it only has a single button, so you can press it for it to start charging, and beside it is an LED indicator for battery percentage. And on the other side is a single USB-C I/O to charge it. Or if you want to use a wire to charge your phone, you can also hook it up here. And for my preferred wired charger, I've also been testing out and using the MKS tape charger from FanStreams. It has this unique onigiri style design that's made to be attached to your bag for easy charging access. So whenever I'm traveling, I can easily hook this to my bag and pull the charging cord from it. It just connected straight to my phone. It's great because you won't have to worry about cables anymore since it already comes with one. This one has 10,000 milliamps of power, but I just checked out the FanStreams website and they have a newer version that offers up to 20,000 milliamps. Lastly, I want to talk about the CMF Watch Pro 2, which replaces my old Apple Watch SE. Unfortunately, I lost mine during my recent travel in Bangkok. It really just slipped from my wrist as I went down from the car going to the airport. It was a devastating incident for me, but we have to carry on, right? So I've been looking for a capable budget smartwatch for a while now since I want to constantly monitor my exercises, and I use my watch to keep track of my workout routines. And this one actually has a lot to offer and punches beyond its weight. For starters, it has a rounded design, which I prefer over a squared one. It also has this beautiful UI that I really love and a plethora of beautiful watch faces to choose from. I'll forever be a fan of the design language of Nothing products, whether it's their software or hardware. It's just so unique. Surprisingly, it's also capable of being a remote for your iPhone's camera with barely any lag. It's also capable of using the Find My Phone feature, which is something I frequently use with my Apple Watch before. In terms of battery life, on paper it is said that it can last up to 11 days on a full charge, and as of filming this video, I've been using this for 9 days already, straight out of the box, and it still has 40% remaining power. And that's something because we all know that Apple Watches, even the Ultra, can only last up to 2 days max. So the CMF Watch Pro 2 has only one dial for navigation, and that's what makes this design a little bit cleaner. You can also change up the watch's ring if you want to, but apart from these functions and features, I want to take a moment and talk about the AMOLED display. It's just too good. It's bright enough even when you're outdoors, and the characters are sharp and crisp. Connecting it with the iPhone is also pretty fast. Just make sure to download the CMF Watch app, and with it you can already sync it with the Health app so you can gather data like how you would normally do on an Apple Watch. It also has an IP68 water and dust resistance rating. For its price point of just under $70, you get a lot of features that pairs well with the iPhone. In my opinion, it's worth every penny. I'm actually considering doing a dedicated video about this after using it for 6 months, so stay tuned for that. And that's my current iPhone setup and accessories breakdown for the first half of 2025. I hope this inspires you to intentionally curate your daily iPhone essentials. I'll definitely be doing an update by the end of the year or by next year if the 17 is a promising candidate for an upgrade, but for now, I think this is a great everyday combo for me. As usual, if you saw anything you like, all the links are in the description. If you have any questions, ask and I'll do my best to answer them. For behind the scenes and updates, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. With that said, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.